Fly-ass chicks who paint them pretty-ass lips. With them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For musicians like myself that was blessed with a gift. Rap with a package, see what it is. Swerving through traffic like I lost control of the whip. Hurt the competition like I ran over these bricks. Double lines mean nothing when you're hugging the bridge.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Talk Your Ish Tuesday, baby. Best show on Tuesday. Listen, I'm here. Dennis Holmes from the Ignorant Thinker Podcast, Rise Up Sports Family. I got my co-host with me from the Flying High Podcast, Rise Up Sports Family, Ryan Thomas. Ryan Thomas, what's going on, man?
Just chilling, man.
Hey, man, hell of a show earlier, baby. Hell of a show.
Thank you.
All right. Make sure y'all tune into the Flying High Podcast each and every Tuesday at 3 o'clock. We got a lot of special guests in the building. One of them is the lady of the evening, Miss Chocolate Girl, Sharon Mullen. How you doing, Sharon Mullen?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. That's what I'm talking about. We also got Pylon, the Pylon Podcast, a.k.a. Fight for the Mic Podcast, Jared Muller in the building.
How we doing? It's a nice Tuesday. I'm ready to talk your ish.
All right. We also have my guy, Gargamel. He seems to be getting himself together in fantasy football.
Wanna know, baby?
Ricky Williams always acting up, baby. Always acting up. Another special guest came out with us, man. Bills Mafia, a.k.a. Milcom, a.k.a. Ethan Tweedy, is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, listen.
What's going on, guys?
All right, listen up, man. Y'all know how the game goes. Start off always with our trash-ass players. Let the world know who we thought was trash of the week. Ron, let them know who you got as your trash of the week this week.
I got Jacksonville, man.
The Jacksonville Jaguars? Why you put them on trash of the week? Tell them why you trash, son. Tell them why they trash.
Man, they just need a lot of help, man. They need a lot of help. They need to fire the head coach. They need to fire all the coaches, to be honest with you. Everybody got to go.
Okay, all right. Jared, you got any trash-ass players?
Yes, we do. First one, we're going to go with Paul Acosta. Him and Israel Adesanya had the main event on Saturday in the UFC, and he did the opposite of what he always does. He was super conservative, and he got smoked by Israel, and Israel retained the title. So Paulo's definitely a trash-ass player for me. I had him winning the fight, and he just didn't try to do anything. And he was taunting while he was losing. So there's that.
Okay. Ricky.
Sorry, I had to do a Drake break right in front of my house.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky farts on air and let everybody know. Always acting up. Always acting.
I'm going to go with the almighty Mr. Daniel Duke Jones.
Okay.
There's nothing to say about him. He can't hang onto the damn ball. Keeps freaking fumbling. Doing a lot of interceptions. That's my first one.
All right. He put his own quarterback on there. All right, Ethan, do you have anything to say?
Well, they doesn't know.
All right, I'm gonna have to take that one as a no myself. All right, but my trash ass player for number one, I'm gonna have to say Mark Andrews. You dropped every good pass that Lamar Jackson threw you yesterday to try to keep the team in the game, which led to Lamar Jackson only having 97 yards passing, which led to the Ravens losing on Monday Night Football. Mark Andrews, you're gonna have to get better hands, wear some better gloves or something. But as of yesterday, you just made the list. My trash ass.
It's a shame they don't have another tight end that has really good hands.
Oh, where he at?
Yeah, where is he at, Ron?
Atlanta.
Nick
Oh,
Boyle, he's the backup.
I don't know how much
Yeah,
you want to
talking about
point at
Hayden
that
Hurst.
thing, but
Yeah, I do got one. I couldn't get.
Where is it?
After seeing the way
I got one. Ron.
after seeing the way that Stephon Diggs absolutely torched him time and again on Sunday, I gotta say none other than supposedly the best trash talker in the NFL, Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, Jalen Ramsey.
Colin kept on saying how a couple years ago how Josh Allen was trash and all that, and he ended up getting cooked.
Okay. All right. Sharon.
My trash ass player. Is that what we on?
You trash ass.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell
It's my
trash.
Yeah. You know, when the Bears first signed him, I had faith in him. I thought he was going to shock people because he was actually a better quarterback than people knew. But he's just awful. He's just awful, and he just doesn't have what it takes to be a starting quarterback, a franchise quarterback.
get him out of here.
Yeah, get him out of here. That's it. I only got him.
You want me to go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got LSU.
I'm muting.
The whole team?
The whole team.
Let me know when it's my turn.
That's a personal shot right there. Jared, it is your turn.
It's not a personal shot because we gave up 623 yards.
Oh, stop
It is what it is. I mean,
Back to the
we're Derek Singley himself brings that down to around 400, I believe. But
Ow. Stop it.
it was rough. So I can't even say anything. Ron is correct. LSU is for sure a trash ass player this week. My go.
Yeah.
So we're going right down to the other main event, the other title fight. It was Dominic Reyes, Jan Blachowicz. Same thing, same story. Dominic Reyes, precision, aggressive striking, didn't do anything really, and just let himself get knocked out. Had the spaghetti legs before he went to the ground, and it was over. A guy who just almost beat John Jones, who is the GOAT. So it's weird to see him fight like that against a up-and-comer. But, yeah, he's a trash-ass player this week for me. And I had him winning the fight as well.
All right, I'm gonna go the same card, but I'm gonna say Diego Sanchez. You let some damn rookie beat you. That it was his first career fight in the UFC. Plus, you had a living legend in your corner, and you still didn't listen to him.
And he had a giant beer gut, too. I didn't know what that was about. And he tried to do the Masvidal 5-second knee, and it didn't, in any way work, and he caught a left hook as he did it. It was really sad. It's sad to watch him fight now, but, yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Ethan, if you got another one, just let me hear it. Oh, my man Doc Rivers just got in the building. Doc Rivers, what's going on? Doc Rivers, Rivers agent.
I got one. Going with the same sort of thing as Ron, I'm gonna say Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Are you letting Kansas State beat you?
2 years in a row.
Yep.
Hate to see it.
It's true though.
I got Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
Just remember, Doc Rivers is going to make them better this year, man. He is going to the Falcons.
You be quiet.
Sharon, do you have another one or no?
Yeah, I got one. You brought up Jalen Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has so much to talk about. But in this game this weekend, he only had one solo stop and one combo stop. And for somebody of his caliber, he should have done better than that.
I agree.
It seemed like he was. It seemed like he was not very impactful in the loss to Buffalo.
All right.
And I think he needs to do less talking and he needs to focus on his game and just shut his mouth.
Well, he got paid now, so no excuses.
I'm gonna add the Celtics on that.
He what?
Celtics on there. What do you got about the Celtics?
That they lost to a bunch of their former players and stuff, and it's funny that they were able to get to NBA Finals than them.
I got South Carolina Gamecocks on there.
Okay. They deserve it because they they lost to a real good team. So
Oh my head.
I can't even sit and say, they lost to a team that just could be winning a national title in a couple of years. All right.
Oh my head.
That's all I'm gonna say. All right, but let me get my trash player. All right.
Let me guess. Tennessee, right?
You know it. You know it.
What's up, everyone?
Let me get my trash ass player, which is a coach. I believe that my defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, Jim Schwartz, either you get you a new playbook or you got to go. I'm tired of it. It's 3rd and 15. You got 6 defensive backs at the first down marker. They throw a fake screen because it wasn't even a real one. They throw a fake screen and get 41 yards. What was the point of you putting everybody back there to stop them from getting the first down? I would have rather just splits. I mean, you did a whole lot of things on Sunday that just had me pissed off. But I'm tired of that prevent defense. I'm tired of you playing this regular defense. We finally got a shutdown corner. You have no excuses. You need to be top 15 in defense, or you need to go. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Anybody else?
Yeah. So for my last trash ass player part is of course the fantasy. My fantasy players who just sucked or other things. We're gonna go ahead and go with Minkah Fitzpatrick again. He got 5 points this time, but that's just nothing. So he's trash for the week. Jerome Baker, trash. Micah Kaiser was second in the NFL in tackles behind Devin White, and he got me 3 points, trash. And then Drew Sample played the worst group of linebackers in the NFL and safeties besides Jalen Mills on the Eagles and got 1 point. So he was definitely trash for me, and that's it.
Okay.
For you.
All right. D-Man, you got any D-Man?
I got another one.
Oh, no, that's not D-Man, I said. And thank you, D-Man, for coming on the show.
No problem.
Go ahead, D-Man. Who you got?
My trash player is Carson Wentz.
Ain't this about a bitch?
I agree. It's true.
Don't come on this show no more. Anyway, Doc Rivers agent.
I got another one. So I went to go watch a high school football game. A Division I team lost to a Division III team, 22-6. So I'm gonna say that trash ass players. I'm gonna say that Concord High School.
Oh yeah, I do be saying that on your Facebook that you always be talking about those high school football games on Saturday. I did see that. Ethan, if you got anything, or Ricky or Ethan, if y'all got anything.
That is semi-pro.
I got one more.
All right.
The whole New York Football Giants team, when you have 17 players out and you still get your kick.
Okay. All right.
Before you go to the next one, I got one more.
Okay.
Sean Payton. The reason I said that because I find out though during the fourth quarter challenge, Sean Payton, he was paying the ref to trying to cheat.
Allegedly.
And I was very highly upset with it. I'm not very happy with him.
Allegedly.
We'll get into that soon. We don't know if that was money or was that a drug transaction. We don't know.
Last show.
That's where I'm from. A handshake, and then you look at it. It's a drug transaction. Where I'm from. But anyway, let's get into these certified players, and I want to start this thing off. The first certified player that I want to put on the list is Aldon Smith. Alden Smith is the first. Matter of fact, no. You know what? Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to do this right. I got to do this right. I'll wait till my next certified player to do it right. But as of right now, it's Alden Smith. You know, if you be going a game 5 years and you lead your team in sacks, and the other guy on the other side of you getting $20 million. Oh yeah, you all right with me? Who's next?
I got next. I got the Miami Heat.
Okay, Miami Heat. Congratulations to the Heat for making it to the finals. Nobody expected you to make it. D-Man, you got anything, D-Man?
Yes, sir, I do. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he is. He is worth every penny. Jared?
Yeah, certified. I'm going to go with Terrace Marshall, the wide receiver from LSU. Despite the terrible defensive game, the offense I thought did pretty well for what it is here with a new team and a lot of new pieces. Terrace Marshall was a guy who I said was better than Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase held out, and he performed really well. He had a touchdown, or 2 touchdowns rather, and over 100 yards. He had I think 125 maybe. He had 122, 2 touchdowns, and 8 receptions. So I always thought he was better than Jamar Chase, and he held out. Now Marshall's making the most of his opportunity, so he's my first certified.
Ricky, what you got?
T. Mother trucking Higgins.
Yeah, he had a hell of a game. Hell of a game. Doc Rivers agent.
Yeah. Fire. I'm going to say Josh Allen.
Okay, all right. You're going to have to mute your mic.
Hello?
Sharon. How you doing, Sharon? Who do you have as your certified player?
Hi. You look certified Big
player.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Big Ben
He went 23 or
Roethlisberger.
36. He went 23 or 36 with 237 yards. 237. Good.
All right. My next certified player. Y'all know me, and if you don't know me, can I get a moment of silence for this one? If you don't know who that is, that's Lil Kim, a.k.a. Nick Foles, the best side Joan in the world. Certified player. Certified. Come in the game down 16, ain't even sweat. Threw 3 touchdowns and won that thing like it was nothing. Certified. Lil Kim. Put your lighters up. Devon Stanfield, I told you. Next time, boy, in my Shannon Sharp voice. Boy, if I tell you that grass gonna turn into cheese, you better start pitching crackers. All right?
I got Georgia Bulldogs.
Why? Because they finally won a game?
Well, last time I checked, we've been winning. It's just your side team cannot win.
Exactly.
We haven't been playing, bud.
Okay. Jared, you got one?
Yeah, I got one to piggyback off Ron right here. George Pickens, the wide receiver from Georgia. He was a guy who I had as my number 2 wide receiver in college for this upcoming year. And he got on the board with a touchdown in their first game since the SEC started this weekend. Had 50 yards. He only got 4 targets, but he caught all 4 of his targets, and he played great. And I think he's just going to have another tremendous season, just like Terrace Marshall.
What's up, everybody? I'm about to read the comments in a minute. Ricky, what you got, Rick?
Justin Jefferson.
Shout out to Justin Jefferson, man.
I'm glad you took that one because I wanted to.
7 catches, 175 yards. Shout out to Justin Jefferson.
And he's killing the celebration game already, too.
I was going to say that was.
I like that he celebrated the 5-yard line.
He was doing that celebration last year.
Ethan, what you got,
the
Ethan?
skip and wave thing?
Well, I was originally gonna say Josh Allen. So since Doc Rivers there stole it from me, I was scrambling, but I gotta say, if I gotta pick another one, I'm gonna stay with the Bills. I'm gonna say shout out to Jared for believing in this guy too. Levi Wallace.
Levi.
He ended up
Yes,
with a interception last week, which is he ended up stepping up because the week before he was getting burnt, so he stepped up in a big way.
Okay. All right. Did I get to Doc Rivers? Doc Rivers, what you got?
I got Jawan Bentley.
Okay.
linebacker from
You
the
got to
Patriots.
tell people who Jawan Bentley is.
Yeah, he had about four solo tackles this weekend, and mostly gave a lot of pressure towards the for David Carr to throw bad.
Okay. D-Man Smith, what's going on?
I'm gonna say
Derek Carr.
I was gonna say Tyler Lockett.
That's a good one.
Yes, sir.
Wide open, Mr. Wide Open, I would say.
And people really thought DK was the number one in that offense. Ain't that crazy?
Here we go again. I ain't going there with you. If there's any Sharon, do you have another one, or anybody else got any more?
I got one.
I got a few
have
more. Yeah.
another one.
All
Yeah,
right,
I have another one.
I'm gonna say mine's after Sharon. Go ahead, Sharon.
I don't give him much credit. I don't talk about him as much as other people do, but LeBron James was just outstanding in his closeout game. He was outstanding in the closeout game over the Nuggets. There you go. Go Lakers.
Can I add another one?
All right, hold on. We're gonna go back around.
All right.
For me, it's the Tennessee Volunteers. The whole team, because that was the team win right there. The whole team. Shout out to the whole team. Keep doing y'all thing, Tennessee Volunteers. I'm a fan. I'm gonna stick with y'all. Talk you is Tuesday, baby. We love y'all, baby. We love y'all. Go ahead, Ron.
Well, Sharon just took mine, so.
All right, well, go ahead, Doc Rivers.
Crap, I just Jade Crowder.
Okay.
And it's crazy that the Celtics ended up getting rid of him a few years back to him playing in his first finals.
Things happen. What's going on, Tressa?
Hey, Tressa.
Jared, you got one?
Yeah, I had two more total, so I don't know if we were going around again. Should I just say them both?
Yeah, say both of them.
All right, so I had to throw him in here week after week. Antoine Winfield making another case for Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's top 25-ish in tackles in the league right now total, not just his position. He just got another sack, so he has 2 sacks from the safety position. He has a forced fumble already. He has added another pass deflection to his total. He's just racking up right now, and he's playing very well in that defense with Devin White. Devin White had a slower game, but he also still leads the league in tackles, Devin White, at 33. And then my other one was Eric Gilbert, the freshman end from LSU, a guy I kind of raved about coming in. He's a true freshman. I had him in my top 5 tight ends in college, and he got on the board with a touchdown as well for us in his first game. So he's doing all right. Had like 40 yards, all 4 of his targets caught. Good game. So, yeah, those are my certified.
All right, Gargamel, you got anything? Bills Mafia?
Yeah, I got one. I got one more. Since it goes back to what Jared likes to talk about, I'd like to say thank you, Clyde Edward Hilaire. Woo! Give me my first win, baby. Fantasy.
All right, so I have.
D-Man, you got one?
Yes, sir, I do. Sam Alliger, Longhorns quarterback.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good. I kind of like that kid. I don't know what it is about him, but I kind of like him.
He's a good college quarterback.
Ethan, you got any more, or that's it? All right, maybe that's it. All right. Listen, let me read these comments, and then let's get into the next subject. Eddie Virgil said, "What's going on, everyone?" Jay Will said, "Yay." Tyler James said, "That flag behind Ron looks ugly." Melissa said, "Good evening, ladies." Melissa said, "My team played like crap." Irvy said, "We got our ass whooped last night." Robert Leader said, "It was a good show earlier, Ron Thomas." Irvy
Thank you.
said, "Nick Foles strike again." Anthony said, "I know who ain't trash, Nick Foles. He came in and did my Falcons dirty." Okay. Robert Leader said, "Trash Bisky is bad and as bad as it get." Melissa said, "Hey Dalton." Melissa said, "LOL, I was right at the same time. Hope you're well." That QB smoked LSU. What team is cheek? What team is in the Cheek Clappers Club? I think that's the wrong show for that. My TAP is Sean Payton. Oh, never mind. Melissa said, "Who was talking?" Thank you. I'm doing okay. Robert Leader said, "Steve Nash team is still crying in the milk." If the Falcons lose in Green Bay, Dan Quinn won't be on the team playing at all.
Thank God. Woo.
Because the
I
Bills
hope you
make me
win.
want to shout. Saturday night, 7:30 p.m., Auburn versus Georgia. But Dennis Holmes only a half a game back. Dalton will say the Saints. We got Cam Newton. LSU is trash. Marcus Betts said, "What's up, fellas?" Doc Rivers to the Sixers. Georgia is trash. Talk that ish. Georgia was trash. Bills D was trash. They gave up a 28-3 lead. Tressa said, "Hey, Crowder is garbage." All right. Certified losers. And Tressa said, "Hey to everybody." All right. So I do got to show y'all one thing. One thing I do got to show y'all because Ryan Thomas go out of my way to go find this. I was just doing fine. I ain't mess with nobody. I was doing what I needed to do. No. You need to go get this. Tell me what I need to do. I need y'all to pay attention carefully. I'm going to show it a couple times. I want y'all to watch Sean Payton. Like I said, I'm going to show it a couple times. I just want y'all to watch Sean Payton. Now, this to me looks like a drug transaction.
Now, I want to ask y'all, what do that look like?
Why his hand? I am.
Looks like he's paying him to.
Bing.
What did that look like?
Looked like he gave him something.
And if he gave him weed, it's legal. Like I said.
Now, it was on my timeline today. Somebody told me it looked like he was paying off the referees. Well, referee, my bad. What do y'all think?
I think he was.
Well, obviously he didn't pay him off because they would have won the game then.
Hey, he
I don't
might
think
still
he
have y'all
paid
ready
anybody.
for the next game.
Oh man, I thought all the comments went together. Hold on, Will. Let me go look.
Oh, can I react to it real quick?
You go
Yeah.
ahead.
I can't wait until Derek Stingley is not sick, and then people remember how good he is and realize how good he is, and stop talking about how we're trash because of 1 week. So that's going to be good. That was just a side note.
Was that Dallas?
No,
No.
Derek Stingley from LSU, the corner that got sick like the day of our game, and that's why we gave up 600 and not 400 yards. And then our
And-
safeties opted out.
And that's why you guys almost lost last year in the championship too.
In the championship, no, we didn't.
Bet
The only
to this.
close game we had really was Texas in the second half of Alabama.
Hold on, man.
That
Hold
was
on.
really
Wait. Y'all went past the subject. We on the subject of did Sean Payton deliver some drugs or not?
No, he didn't.
So what do you believe that he did?
I don't
Well,
know
was-
what he
We're
did.
trying to pay
but
the
I
refs
think
to win.
if a head coach in the NFL is paying a ref, he's not doing it with a physical exchange, first of all, in person in the middle of the game with cameras on, first and foremost. That's just idiotic and wouldn't make sense to me. I don't know. They would clearly be behind closed doors.
For everybody that was commenting on the Ignorant Thinker podcast, let me just say I'm sorry. I got a couple of them. I don't got all of them. I got Chuck Thomas right here saying Nick Foles is Player of the Week. Will LeBumbar said Nick Foles is certified for sure. Chuck Thomas said LOL. I typed it before he said it. Will said another certified player was Josh Allen. Through it all, still won't be the same game at the end. Will LeBumbar said certified player for sure was Tyler Lockett, caught 3 TDs and touchdowns. Most definitely.
But the thing is, for Sean Payton,
that's all the comments I got off of there. Let me read the rest of these comments on this side. Robert Lee said, Andre said that on Monday Night Madness. Brian Thomas, how do we feel about the Falcons looking like they going to win, but they lose at the end?
Yeah, are they still shopping at Walmart?
Yeah, well, about Pan.
Will Bumbar said, "Oh, y'all in here." I was commenting, Ignorant Thinker feed. You missed a lot of comments. You all are tripping. He gave him a bump. Yo, he said he gave him a bump. LSU is trash, bro. No excuse. No excuse. Next man up. Peyton gave him his phone number. Exactly.
Trying to get a hold.
Delusional.
He's trying to get a hold of Dark Rivers.
A BS call. A BS penalty. I'm sorry. He nearly lost the game for Buffalo. Rams let the Bills win. Cam Newton is MVP. All right. I got both screens up, so I got everybody's comments.
Cam Newton is not.
Sean Payton, though. You cannot do that.
Wait a minute. Wait, who said Cam's the MVP?
Some people.
Just calm down.
Just calm down.
No.
Calm down.
I would have to disagree.
Not that.
On the Cam Newton.
He looked all right so far, but I'm not.
For our next segment, we're going to be we're definitely going to be doing our Chocolate Girl moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce y'all to Sharon Mullen, aka Chocolate Girl. This is her Chocolate Girl moment about one of her favorite coaches. That's right.
No,
Dan
not my favorite
Tony.
coach. Well, I have to say, first of all, I was supposed to come on last week and talk about him, but I just couldn't make it on last week. So I'm here. Thanks for having me back to talk about this dude. I don't know if he has fans that's on this show tonight, but just hear me out what I'm going to say about Mike D'Antoni. He's 69 years old. Can anybody tell me what the average age of an NBA coach is right around now?
85.
It's about the average age, y'all.
I think it's like 48.
I
think it's like 48.
No.
48, somewhere like that.
It's somewhere around 40, 45, somewhere in there. I think it's like 40. But he's 69 years old. Okay. Now, I'm not going to talk about him being too old to coach. I don't care about the age when it comes to coaching. It's what you can do. It's how you use your experience to get your players to do what they're supposed to do. Well,
go ahead.
Mike D'Antoni has had 5 head coaching jobs. Out of those 5 jobs, guess how many winning records that he has ever had? Out of those 5 head coaching jobs, guess how many times he had winning records?
I'm going to say 2.
2?
That's exactly right. 2.
Phoenix and Houston.
And to me, and that was with Phoenix and Houston. Yep, Phoenix and Houston. You didn't even have to look that up to know that. You could probably just tell that. And the reason why that's an issue with me is because You get all these young people, young guys who sit on the bench, learn under some great coaches, get wanting the opportunity, just feeding for the opportunity to get a head coaching job. But yet they keep recycling this dude as if he's great, as if he has this great basketball mind. I'm still waiting to see this great basketball mind demonstrated. I still haven't seen it yet. I keep hearing about it. Every time that they talk about him in the media, he has a great basketball mind. Please show me where's this great basketball mind at? Can anybody tell me evidence of his great basketball mind? I mean, his records, these were his records. He was at Denver. He coached 50 games at Denver. He was 14-36. At Phoenix, he coached 389 games. He was 253-136. Not bad. It was close to 60, like around 60% of his games were won. That's not too bad. With the Knicks, 288 games, he was 121-167. Not a winning record. With the Lakers, they could only stand him 2 years, and he went 67-87 with the Lakers, and then in Houston now 217-101. Not that great, in my opinion. Yet they keep wanting to give this dude a job. The main reason why I don't like him though is because of what he did to Carmelo. He sucks because of what he did to Carmelo. Carmelo was a great star in the league, but by the time he left Houston, nobody wanted to touch him. And why is it? Because of Mike D'Antoni. It wasn't because of Carmelo. It wasn't because of the lie that they put out that he didn't want to come off the bench and he didn't want to do this and he didn't want to play the way they wanted him to play. It wasn't that. All that stuff that kept being leaked, everybody wanted to know where the leaks came from. The leaks came from his people, from his coaching staff. It didn't come from CP3 and them. They wasn't leaking the stuff. The coaching staff was leaking it purposely, according to my source, just to discredit him. He shouldn't have taken his ass to Houston anyway, because I knew this was the opportunity. Nobody questioned it. It's like, why in the world would Mike D'Antoni go after Carmelo Anthony after what happened between them in New York? Nobody asked that simple question, except it seemed like me, because I was talking about it over on 2MW all the time and screaming it. Why would he go? Why would he go get Carmelo?
Can I ask you a question?
He ain't like Carmelo when he was there.
Can I
He
ask
didn't
you a
say
question?
he quit because of Carmelo. Why in the hell you head coach at Houston, you gonna ask him to come to Houston? Go ahead, ask your question.
Is the rumor true that Carmelo got him fired?
No, what actually happened was Carmelo said, I ain't coming back if D'Antoni is still here. And D'Antoni quit. He didn't get fired. He left New York. He resigned from New York in 2012. He wasn't fired.
Yeah, that sounds like enough to go ahead and mess your career up when now you.
But this is what I'm saying. So now, since Carmelo played his card and won, so to speak, you mean to tell me you don't think D'Antoni was sitting around grinding on that until he got to Houston, and then Carmelo just ended up being, a free agent? Oh yeah, just come over here. Here's my perfect opportunity to get him back. Plus, CP3 wanted him to play with him anyway. So hell, that could be my smoke screen. Won't nobody even suspect.
Right.
And that's exactly what he did. And I don't care what people say. People talk about women all the time. Men are petty ass bitches too. Men are petty. And if they can pay people back and get people back for shit that they do, they'll pay them back. And for me, I will never have any respect for Mike D'Antoni after that crap he pulled and made it seem like Carmelo was just washed up and worthless and wasn't any good, and that he was the reason for Houston's problems. After he left Houston, did they get any better out of the playoffs? I think so. Is Carmelo playing for Houston? No. So no, it wasn't him. And now he went up to Portland and was doing his thing. Was he the MVP this year? No, but he was Carmelo. He was classic Melo. And he contributed to the greatness of that team. So F. D'Antoni, I hope he never gets a coaching job. But as y'all see, soon as he leaves Houston, here come Indiana and Philly, putting it out there that they going after D'Antoni. See, that's bullshit. And you got Mark Jackson and Avery Johnson sitting over here. They want jobs. Hire them. They want a head coaching position. What about them? What about the other dude, point guard? What's his name? Oh, God. Can't think of his name right now.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. Give him another chance.
I think
you keep recycling D'Antoni. D'Antoni ain't going to never win a chip with his coaching style. His coaching style doesn't work. It's exciting. It gets you a lot of points, a lot of triple doubles, a lot of scoring titles, but you ain't going to win a chip playing the way he coaches. Done with my rant. Y'all ain't got nothing else to say about that?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the chocolate girl moment.
I ain't having no more chocolate girl moments if y'all ain't gonna comment.
I told you what I had to say. I had to ask you that question.
I'm gonna ask you.
Well, wait. Let me ask this one question right here.
All right.
Do you think once they leave D'Antoni that they lose a step a little bit, or is it because they were already old?
I think it's a matter of they lose a step because there's no player development. I haven't seen any players develop under Mike D'Antoni. Have you? Can you name anybody? I can't name anybody. I can't name a player that he had a hand in making better. Not one.
Well, Steve Nash game upgraded.
Was Stoudemire?
No, Stoudemire was already the man. Steve Nash game upgraded.
Okay, one.
Once he got to Phoenix. I mean, I'm just saying he was already an all-star in Dallas.
He was an all-star in Dallas.
He was an all-star in Dallas. It went from all-star to being MVP.
So he went from a 3.2 maybe to a 3.8. Maybe that little bit of improvement. Okay.
But I don't blame that on Dan. I don't think that that's D'Antoni. See, to me, in my eyes, I believe that that's more. All right, I believe that was more of the league going in a different direction. That's what I believe. They had the zone that they just put in. It made things easier for Steve Nash. D'Antoni offense was very good, but it just seemed like it made a lot of things easier for Steve Nash. They surrounded him by a bunch of shooters. He was the focal point. You know what I mean? Once the zone was in, that made everything easy because the one-on-one defense on him, they got him. But in the zone, he could beat the zone all day.
I bet Shannon.
Which is why he doesn't get that. Which is why D'Antoni don't get no credit for that. Go ahead, Ron.
I bet Shannon on this one. He been in the league for how long, Shannon?
I'll tell you in a minute. I think he got his first coach job in 1997 as an assistant coach.
You've been in the league since 97. You had not got to no finals. Nothing. But you had talent around you. You had the talent.
Look, he has a 56% win percentage in the regular season and only a 49% win percentage in the playoffs.
I mean, you only win half the games you win.
I mean,
but yet they blowing up his iPhone for him to come in for an interview at Indiana and Philly right now.
I ain't never liked that.
I'm with Will on this one. Send Doc Rivers to Philly, and I wasn't big on Doc Rivers going to Philadelphia. Let me put that out there. I wasn't big on. I would rather have Doc Rivers over D'Antoni. Let me get that out the way. I don't want. If D'Antoni come, I just may have to wait until he leave to really enjoy a Sixers game.
I really think y'all should use Doc Rivers in y'all GM.
I don't want to be GM because that's too many hats you wearing. When you start wearing too many hats, usually you don't have that focus on what you really need to be doing. I need him to be focused because player development is something that Doc can do, and his focusedness, you know, he's a player's coach, so I need him to be focused and getting Embiid and Ben Simmons and taking them guys from what they were as all-stars and taking them to the next level.
Well, plus Doc has already proven that he does better as being just the coach.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is,
he's already proven that.
What I'm
wear two hats.
What I'm saying is, mostly every superstar that went to Philly got, well, let me not say every superstar, but y'all center got injured back-to-back years, yes or no, before he stepped on the floor.
Right.
So he know how to scout players, and that's why I say he should be in the GM area too.
Well, I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that one either, player. Because everybody on his team, I don't see nobody on his team that he drafted and developed.
No, I don't think he's a good. I don't think he's a good selector.
You know how to
of
take
talent.
some pieces that people
like
think are
predictor
trash
of talent
and get them a new life. I can tell you that. He could do that. He could take pieces that people think are trash and get them a new life.
So you think he would go to Philly? And where you think y'all would go, Dennis?
I don't know where we're gonna go. I just want to see what's gonna be the difference in Embiid and Ben Simmons when Doc Rivers get there. That's what I want to see.
You think he will make everybody accountable?
I don't know what's gonna happen. I need to see what's gonna happen with Doc Rivers and Ben Simmons. I mean, if Ben Simmons and Embiid under Doc Rivers. That's what I need to see.
Okay.
And I know we weren't supposed to be talking about this, but what do you think, Dennis and Ron especially, what do you think the real problem is in Philly? Because I got a theory, you know.
But you know what? To be honest with you, like, and maybe I don't follow them enough. But on star teams, you'll always see a bunch of star players. They taking pictures together. They out together eating lunch. I don't see that with Embiid and Ben Simmons. I see Embiid. He all over Philadelphia, downtown, walking his dog with his girlfriend. Ben Simmons, you barely see him. You know, I don't see them in pickup games together in the summertime. None of that. I don't see none of that. I don't see a family team camaraderie, and that may be a big problem.
I'm gonna say this: nobody not holding the superstars accountable.
But I don't see that. Like I don't see. And if somebody do see it, send me the picture. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's impossible to see, but it ain't that many pictures of them two out there like that.
Like to me,
you got pictures of Kobe and Shaq, and they was beefing. You got pictures of Kobe and Shaq together eating dinner with each other's kids, not in basketball uniforms either.
Right.
They out. You know, I seen pictures of Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. They had the whole fucking Celtics team together. They all went out for dinner. They had a whole picture of them out for dinner. I fucking see what's the boy name? Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic took a picture with his whole damn team, from his country first. They all ate dinner together. Then he took another picture with his whole Dallas team. They all eating dinner.
To me, I just feel like nobody holding Ben Simmons and your big man Embiid accountable for their actions. Like one day, Embiid might give you 10 points. Then he be smiling and playing on the floor and all that stuff.
But I see Embiid at concerts with people.
Right, and concerts.
I see him dancing.
Right,
I see Kevin Hart together. Him and Meek Mills.
Right.
This is all Embiid. But Ben Simmons, I don't you'll see a picture with him and one of them Kardashians.
Right.
I forgot the girl name. The richest one though, but I forgot her name.
I just think they need an old school coach, make them accountable for their actions, what they do on the floor.
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner.
I was gonna say that.
I
Kylie.
just think
that's the way I feel about the whole situation. I think they need to start hanging out together more, start doing things, this off season. Maybe they need to go start playing pickup games together. But here's
the thing. Do you honestly believe that Ben Simmons gonna be with that? Because I believe it's him. It's his personality.
I can't just say it's him because I don't see Embiid with no other Sixers player outside of the NBA either.
Right. I want to say
that's another thing. I don't see with no Sixers player outside the NBA. I see Ben Simmons with LeBron.
You don't see Embiid with what now?
With no other Sixers player.
What'd you say, Dennis?
With no other Sixers player outside of the NBA.
Okay, so you saying you haven't seen him you don't see him out with his teammates?
No. I don't see Ben Simmons
out with. Do you see him with any other?
I don't see Ben Simmons out with his teammates, and I don't see Embiid out with his teammates.
Ben Simmons was just fishing with Kyle O'Quinn.
But do you ever see Embiid out with any other NBA player?
No, not really. No. He was with Bam. He had a pickup game with Mo Bamba. I remember that he had a pickup game with Mo Bamba, and it was a couple big men in that joint. Mo Bamba, Jason Tatum. Well, it was somebody else there. Somebody else was there because they was playing 1-on-1. So somebody else was there. I just can't think of who it was. But when I see Ben Simmons, on the other hand, I see him with LeBron, Kawhi Leonard, Carmelo.
Yeah.
Like they had that gym with Chris Smith. They had that pickup game gym with Chris Smith. Kevin Durant. I see him with them. I don't see him with Sixers. Like when Chris Paul came to the Houston Rockets, him and James Harden was playing pickup ball all summer. They was playing pickup basketball everywhere they went all summer.
Well, I mean, quite naturally, you should do that. That's why I don't understand. Like, do Ben Simmons and Embiid just not understand how important it is to have chemistry and how important spending time together makes that? I mean, I don't understand. It's like whoever their coach was, I forgot his name right now, but it's Brett like Brown. he didn't enforce the culture. Brett Brown, he didn't enforce the culture. It's kind of like you kind of let them do whatever the hell they want. Definitely ain't Pat Riley, because Riley wouldn't have it.
Right.
I mean, well, Doc Rivers is the one that does enforce the culture because Kevin Garnett always talks about how he made them take that boat trip on this boat and go around the joint. He was like, yo, man, why we on this thing? He got mad and said, why we on this boat? Because he said, this is the road to the championship. And he said, that year we won the championship.
Who is the leader on the team?
There ain't no leader on the team.
That's the problem.
See, I learned that from Deion.
They don't have a defined
shout out to
leader.
Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders says, there's a lot of people wear them C's on their chest, but they don't be no C's.
Right.
They stand for something else.
Right.
Imagination is what he told me.
That's the problem right there.
Well, I think that's part of the big problem.
I think
that's a big problem, and I believe that's the reason. I believe that part of the reason why Jimmy Butler didn't work is because Jimmy was a leader,
right?
And they didn't want him to be.
Jimmy was the alpha male.
Look at him now. I'm gonna say that later. I'm gonna say that.
He was if y'all don't want to do this, I'll be doing it myself then. He one of those type of dudes. Those pit bulls that you got to have in your corner.
I agree. I've always been critical of Jimmy because I don't believe he has ever lived up to his potential. I believe that he could be much greater than his stats show. And out of this whole bubble playoff thing, his story to me means the most to me. Even though he's not on my favorite team, the Lakers is my favorite team, and I want the Lakers to win. I'm happy he is at least going to the finals, so he can be in the finals.
Let me
be the leader of his team in the finals.
Let me read some of these.
I wanted him to have that experience.
Let me read some of these comments. Anthony White said, "Preach, Mrs. Mullen." Bullet Bombard says, "Send Doc Rivers to Embiid, and it's on." 23 years and no finals and ran talent out. Not a top-tier coach. No development at all. Rivers and Philly sound like a chip run. Don't think they won't bring one more talent. No camaraderie. But they haven't had that type of coach either to hold the players accountable. It starts at the top. No leadership. Ricky Bobby say, what it do? Maybe because he won out of Philly. He hanging with the big dogs, lobbying for a super team. If LeBron James taking L this year, he has to hang it up for good. That was the comments. I just feel no, we're gonna go back to NFL talk. Ricky Bobby said, sorry I'm late, I missed the NFL. We're gonna go back to it. I just wanted to say a couple things. I just feel as though when it comes to the Sixers, they need a leader. And they need somebody to teach these young guys how to take that next level, the next step. And Jimmy was trying to do that, but Jimmy needed another year. That's what he needed. He needed another year, and he needed a better coach.
Well, he got it in Spoelstra, because Spoelstra is a damn good coach.
Spoelstra is a good coach.
And like my man Juwan Howard said today on Jalen and Jacoby, Spoelstra should have gotten Coach of the Year. He should have gotten Coach of the Year.
I think Billy Donovan should have been Coach of the Year.
I care not what anyone says. I said it when
who got Coach of the Year?
Who got it? What's his Nick Nurse? I think.
Nah,
the dude from Toronto.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he should have been third, but I think it was either.
I believe Spoelstra should have been Coach of the Year because nobody was paying attention or checking for Miami. Nobody was checking for them at all.
Nobody was checking
the elevation from last year of Bam Adebayo is just incredible.
Yeah, nobody was worried about what you call me either. Nobody was worried about OKC. That's why I said Billy Donovan deserves some credit. Billy Donovan and Chris Paul deserve some credit because
they deserve credit, but Coach of the Year, I don't think he deserved Coach of the Year.
I think he deserved to be in the conversation.
Conversation, fine. Maybe out of 100 votes, I'd give him 30, 20.
You want me to start, Dennis?
Let me see where we at. Hold up. Yeah, you
question.
Yeah. Would you give a retired player a chance to be a head coach?
It depends on the player.
Depends on what sport are we talking?
It depends on the player.
Football.
If it's I could go through all sports. If it's football, I believe. I mean, look at Mike Vrabel. Hell, Mike Vrabel was in the AFC Championship game last year. So I don't think that the retired players don't have a chance to be head coaches, but I need to see their development. I'm not just throwing them in there like an NBA as Steve Nash. I need to see your development. I need to see if you really deserving of this position.
Right.
Because like I be saying, Steve Nash could turn around and he could end up like Billy Donovan.
Really?
Whereas you got your two pieces right there, but if you don't know how to do what you're supposed to do, you could end up like Billy Donovan.
Really? He don't got to do nothing but just sit on the sideline.
That's what a lot of people say. That's what they said about Billy Donovan.
That's such bull.
I don't say that. I say you got to coach that team. And I was wrong for saying that last time when I said it to Sharon about Doc Rivers and when they had the PGA Tour. You do have to coach that team because a lot of times when you got too many egos, they forget on what the basics of what they got to do to win a game.
That's right.
Yep. Amen.
And that's
I'm gonna have to
exactly
say
what
I was
I'm
wrong on that.
constantly
Coaching
saying.
is important.
I'm constantly saying that about Steve Kerr. I get so sick and tired of people saying Steve Kerr cannot coach. I'm sorry, y'all. You really missing it, and you really don't understand coaching if
No,
you say that
I didn't
Steve
say that
Kerr
he.
cannot coach.
I didn't say that he couldn't.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. But I have heard people say that. I've seen it posted in all these sports groups I'm in. Steve Kerr can't coach. He doesn't have to coach. All he has to do is sit there and let them play. No. Mm-mm. And managing egos is part of coaching. And a lot of the times, just like you said, when those egos are so big they take over the game, this is in any sport. You do have to remind them of the basics. You got to pull their card and say, look, let us not remind you that this is a game and we got all this on the line. And you need to put yourself to the side and think about this team. So it happens. I mean, I think about Scottie Pippen when he got pissed off and sat out the game and all that stuff. And Kukoc made that shot. I will never forget that. He was wrong. He should have never done that. But that's what, egos get in the way. But you got to have a coach that can manage that.
Okay.
All right. Egos on that Boston team, which I call the PGA Tour.
All right.
I see the egos there. But that
are you talking about Pierce, Garnett, and Allen?
Yes, I call it the PGA Tour.
PGA Tour. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but egos on that that Golden State. And I ain't hating nothing, but I just don't think those egos are big. I think those guys played well together.
I don't think their egos were that big either.
Like everybody knew their role.
I don't think that their egos were that big either. But they're still, when you have players that are that doggone great, there's a certain way you have to manage them when you're trying to coach a great player versus an average player. You can't approach them the same way. You have to know how to navigate that.
And I think certain players don't get those type of so when they give retired players coaching jobs, usually they don't fall into the ones that Steve Nash or Steve Kerr fell into.
I just think
they usually got to develop them like a Mark Jackson or a who was the guy you talking about from Alabama? Who was the guy you talking about from Alabama?
Avery Johnson.
Avery Johnson, and don't forget
Avery Johnson.
Yeah, Avery Johnson, Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. I get it. I understand all that. I agree with you on that. But I mean, anyway, I didn't mean to go off in a different direction. I just was wondering what y'all thought about Philly and all that, because that's just a mystery to me. The whole Ben Simmons and not taking shots, and then Embiid got all that talent and look at his stats. It's like, come on, what? Dude,
now
supposed to be better than that.
On my free time now, I'm about to go back and just watch some games and just see how well do they communicate with each other. Like
they don't. A lot of times they're not communicating on the floor.
Can you see a body within them?
JJ Redick. When JJ Redick was there, that was one of his complaints. The lack of communication on the floor. That was one of his complaints. That's basic. That's basketball 101.
Not if you don't
communicate. That's team sport 101.
Not if you don't communicate.
You gotta communicate.
Not if you're not a communicator.
But then Ben Simmons is not naturally a communicator.
But then you got to think now it's making me think, because when Ben Simmons was in LSU, he had a problem with his team.
He did.
And
that's why he was
something to think
ready
about now.
To leave college. He hated college. He did not want to be there. And he said it in an interview that he did not want to be there.
My next question is, will you fire a head coach right now or wait to the end of the season?
It depends on what team.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let me give you an example. When it comes to the Jets, I'm firing Adam Gase right now.
Right now.
I'm firing him right now. I'm letting Greg Williams go as the interim head coach, and I'm looking to see what I got out of the rest of these players.
Okay.
That's what
I
I'm looking
agree.
for because my first round pick is not going to be a quarterback if I'm the Jets. My
Right.
first round pick is going to be either a defensive player or another offensive lineman.
Right.
That's me.
If they have first overall pick,
I
they're not
believe Sam
taking
Darnold.
Lawrence or Fields.
I believe Sam Darnold is a good enough quarterback to take me to the Super Bowl.
Hold on. Oh, whoa.
Oh, you cannot be honestly
Wait a
serious
minute.
saying that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
roll.
Wait a minute.
Dennis,
Somebody got a lot of background noise. Somebody
I'm
cut
gonna
the
tell you like
background
this.
noise.
Listen, y'all can debate me all day. I believe that Sam Darnold. We have never seen Sam Darnold with a number one wide receiver. We have never seen Sam Darnold with an offensive line. All we've seen him with is a bunch of trash. If you play with trash, you're going to be trash.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Wait.
Garbage in,
Right.
garbage out.
Wait. I have one question. I have one question.
Go ahead. What's the
Robbie Anderson's not a number one?
Robbie Anderson is not a number one wide receiver.
And that's what I was going to say.
Robbie Anderson is a number two. Y'all know that.
I mean, they could have kept that man for Sam Darnold.
I don't think he wanted to stay.
Money talk, BS walk, Rick.
But would you want to stay in New Jersey?
Like, okay, here's your chances. I can stay here and continue with this trash for the big money, or I could go back to my college head coach who just got his NFL team. And I know what he does as a coach. So I know me and him gonna be cool. But this guy right here, Adam Gase, who has ran everybody out of town, is unsuccessful everywhere, but yet he still got a job.
Sound like the owner.
I will say that I think we have not seen the best of Sam Darnold because Gase is his head coach.
I think Sam Darnold is what he is, and he's been the same thing that he was in college.
Don't get me wrong. I think Sam Darnold got some he got some turnover issues, but
wait a minute.
Listen, it's his second.
I'm gonna say this.
It's his third year. He got to get somebody in there that's going to help develop him, or it's going to be a situation now when it's time for his contract to come up. I don't think he should get no big contract. I think he needs to get back in jail.
What college he came from?
He came from USC.
All right. How many USC quarterbacks do well in the NFL?
Out of the
only one of the last four.
I can name a few.
One, so that's 25%.
Let's see. Wait. We've had what? Carson Palmer. Let's see. Matt Leinart, Mark Sanchez, Barkley.
Palmer. You could have stopped at Palmer.
No.
Yeah, you stopped at Palmer. I hate USC and I hate USC quarterbacks.
Look,
the thing with Sam Darnold is it simply is he is a on the move, out of the pocket, do or die quarterback. That's where he succeeds. That's where he operates, and he's either going to throw a pick or he's going to throw a touchdown, and that's what it is. That's Sam Darnold.
Hey, Will, hold on. I don't want to mess you up, Ryan. Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess you up. Will just said he had Curse, Anderson, Crowder, and a new way. Will, he could have had me, you, Ron, and Sharon. That's the same damn people, all right? He ain't had no number one wide receiver. He ain't had no good offensive line. Killing me with this.
Hey,
man.
wait a minute. Now I got hands. I don't know what you talking about. I got
hands too, but I can't run a full. I can't run 10-4.
But what I'm saying is,
and I can run a 4-3.
What I'm saying is,
Marcus Betts said he ran a 4-5. So go ahead.
All right, Marcus Betts.
What I'm saying is,
all right,
not that many quarterbacks that come from that school. The last.
I understand that, but I can't harp on that.
Matt Leinart was trash.
I think Matt Leinart went to a bad situation.
Hey,
if you're gonna tell me,
he just
if you're gonna tell me about these quarterbacks, I'm gonna break it down to you in situations. All right,
Dennis, who fought that?
Listen, the hype that you put
on down the rabbit hole. We're going down the rabbit hole, though.
Hold on. The hype that you put on Alex Smith that should be Matt Leinart.
All right,
But Alex Smith should be
No.
Matt Leinart.
Well, that's part.
He
that's
is not
part of
as
the
good as
issue.
Alex Smith
What?
Again.
at all.
Can I go back to this? Can anybody do anybody remember this? Do
Go
anybody
back
remember
to
the
it.
year that Matt Leinart was supposed to come out? But he said
No, Matt Leinart had
hold on, wait.
Arthur
Let me break it down. He was supposed to come out that year. He was guaranteed to be the number one quarterback to be drafted.
Mm-hmm.
It was talks of him, Alex Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Then they said Aaron Rodgers,
Mm-hmm.
which nobody believed in Aaron Rodgers at the time. But like I said,
Well,
he was
the
guaranteed to
Niners-
be number one. So which means he would have went to the 49ers and got umpteen chances like
Right.
Alex Smith did, right?
Right.
What happened
But-
with Aaron Rodgers was the Niners were supposed to take him first overall, told him they were going to take him first overall, and then Alex Smith held the door for like the owner's, like the car door for like the owner's wife or mom or whatever, and so then he ended up picking Alex Smith.
But
Fun fact.
Matt Leinart had Reggie Bush.
Oh,
You're not Ryan. You're not listening.
No, I just tired people saying this man's probably be the best, but you got all these
I'm trying to
weapons
tell you what
on your
happened.
team.
I'm trying to tell you what I can tell you what killed every quarterback in that little section. I could break it down to you. What killed Matt Leinart was staying another year. What killed the great Brady Quinn was DeMarcus Russell.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what killed him. Once DeMarcus Russell outperformed him in that game, he became the number one quarterback drafted.
Yeah.
Not that he was the better quarterback, it's because he outperformed him in the big game. That's it. Am I lying? Somebody tell me I'm lying. Am I lying?
No, you right.
no, you're not.
No,
you're
you're
right.
right.
On the biggest
you're on
stage,
point.
when Matt Leinart stayed that extra year, on the biggest stage, who outperformed him?
Vince Young.
Vince Young. Again, another one.
You
It's a
right.
little different with Russell though and Brady Quinn.
But what I'm saying is, you supposed to be this good as a quarterback.
It's called decision making. You got to make that decision to say, I'm not staying another year. I'm out.
Most
But
people
you
thought
got-
Russell was going number one because he threw the ball like 120 yards.
But you got all these weapons on your team. Everybody on that team got drafted.
Right. But he went to the wrong team that didn't give him the right chance. Again, what's one of the biggest here we go. I'm gonna tell you the game that messed him up. Denny Green in the conference room. We know who the Bears are.
Yeah.
And we let them off the hook. Why? Because they made that big comeback on who? Matt Leinart. After that, who they put in the game? Kurt Warner. What happens? Kurt Warner takes to the Super Bowl. Matt Leinart dies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, they wasn't giving
You're
us
right.
any chances back then.
I'm
I'm breaking it down to you.
I'm with you. You right.
Vince Young's another one.
He also just wasn't that
Supposedly
good.
he was committing suicide. He was going crazy.
I just think Matt Leinart was never that good.
He wasn't.
I think if Matt Leinart got all the chances that Alex Smith did, Alex Smith got one coach fired.
That Leinart was not that good, man. He was not that good.
Listen, Alex Smith was a bust. Let me break it down to you. Alex Smith was a bust. Got the one bull fired, Mike Nolan, who's now a defensive coordinator for Dallas Cowboys. Then Mike Singletary took over for him. He still ain't get the job done. They benched him and put the other guy in. It kept being an in and out rotation with them. So then they said, let's go get Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh does all this extra shit to him in the beginning of the game, clapping on the shoulders and shit like that, trying to get them together. He still get bitched by a guy that ain't got no accuracy, that ain't got a job now because he kneeled on the flag. Then he goes to Washington. He keep getting all these chances. He go to Kansas City. He's supposed to win a championship with Kansas City.
Wait a minute.
He got more chances. He got more chances than the Lord allowed. Let's be for real with Alex Smith.
I got cut. Is you said
look at his win-loss record.
He was a good quarterback.
Win-loss record. He's not that bad of a quarterback.
He was a good quarterback.
Andy Reid is what quarterback whisperer, right?
Quarterback whisperer, the true quarterback whisperer.
Okay, what did he do with Kansas City?
Kansas City was a winning team, but they couldn't get over the. Oh, my fault. Let me say it in Ron Thomas' voice. Did he get over the hump?
Okay, then.
Did he get over the hump?
No.
But what? So what quarterback got Andy Reid over the hump? So what Alex Smith do? Let me talk like Ron Thomas. He gave up the panty draws. That's what he did. when it was time for him to win the game, he gave up the panty draws.
But he was still
You know
he
what?
was still a
I'll
good
ride
quarterback
Thomas,
there.
man, all
Though.
goddamn. Somebody ask me a
All
question.
right,
He
moving
was still
on.
a good
I got a
quarterback there.
question.
What is your thing with
Can
what is your
I
thing with
can I
Alex
ask a
Smith? I
question?
don't get
Alex,
it.
Can I ask a
hold on,
question?
Sharon. Hold on, Sharon.
Doesn't
Hold on,
make
Sharon.
any
Can I ask
Let
a
me answer
question?
Donovan. Let me answer Donovan.
Doesn't
Hold on,
make
Sharon.
any
Hold on, Sharon.
sense.
My thing with Alex
Because
Smith
I got
is,
another
out of all of those
example. So
quarterbacks, out of all of those quarterbacks that I think was actually better than him, besides Aaron Rodgers, that I think was actually better than him in college, you know, like let me break all these Jones down. Like Vince Young. I'm gonna say it was Vince Young. I'm gonna say it was Matt Leinart.
No.
Matt Leinart was better than Alex Smith. I don't care.
No.
Better
Who
than
was
Alex
you had
Smith. You are
you had
tripping, man. Matt Leinart is not better than Alex Smith.
No.
Yeah, it's not even close to true.
Are you
No.
talking?
I
Are you
said
talking?
wait.
Are
I
you
said
talking about?
who
Are you
I
talking
think.
about? You're talking about coming out of college, right?
Yeah, I said who I think. I said who I think was better than Alex Smith. And Alex Smith, like I said, got too many damn chances. I kind of feel that way about Jay Cutler too, but I'm gonna hold off on that. You know what,
But
Sharon?
it worked out because he was a good
I'm
quarterback.
gonna come back next
Well,
week with my Alex Smith
no,
breakdown on exactly what the fuck happened. All right.
let me go to my next question.
Oh no. Let Sharon go.
Well, wait a minute. Before you go to your next question, what about Bill O'Brien? Y'all talking about Adam Gase. What about Bill O'Brien? I think one more week and he gone. I would fire him week 4.
Wait a minute, Sharon. Man should have got fired after the playoff game last year.
Who? What? What'd you say?
Bill O'Brien should have got fired.
Yeah.
After that playoff game last year.
I agree.
I came on talk your ears. Came on talk your ears and said that the man garbage juice.
I agree. He should have been fired last year.
I agree. He should have got fired last year. However, like this year, I can't really blame him. He has a job. They played arguably the toughest schedule in the league. They played Pittsburgh.
I don't want to hear it about a tough schedule. I don't want to hear it. If you get a tough schedule, damn it, you supposed to get your team to rise to the occasion. I don't want to hear no tough schedule. He got rid of all his stuff. I mean, look at who he got rid of. Did he want to win?
I think that. Wait. Hold on. Can I break that down? Can I break this down?
No.
Yeah, I got something for that.
I understand y'all saying he need to be fired. What I think is he's wearing too many hats. He's another one I said too many hats.
Well, yeah, he wearing too many hats. They allowed it.
And then when you start to wear too many hats, the first thing you start to think about is how am I gonna get this budget down? Oh well, I can't afford to pay DeAndre Hopkins. So I'm gonna have to trade him for something else. Now, the dumbest thing out of that trade to me is that you went and got David Johnson, and you can't afford him either.
Right.
No, that's what I'm saying. So that whole theory was out the window. When I found out that right there, I was like, no, that ain't the reason he did it. That's not the reason he did it.
I think he don't need to be a GM no more.
Wait a minute.
It was no. Not only does he not need to be a GM, they 0-3.
My thing is
0-3, but they getting better. Hold on, Ron. Before you go, I got you, Ron. Hold on. Before you go,
they might resign David. I'm looking at this.
But they 0-3. They 0-3, but they getting better. You can see them getting better week by week. But they are 0-3. He couldn't fix the offensive line. Like I said, GM is not his thing. I tell everybody.
Well, like I said,
if you want to get you a good GM,
I said week 4. I didn't say right now.
I don't think
I'm gonna let them play one more week. And if they don't look right this week,
they're not going to win in one more week.
I'm going to say this.
Only thing I'm going to say to you is I'm going to finish it with this, and I'm going to let Ron go. I'm going to finish it with this. They're going to fire him probably at the end of the season, and then that'll be it. Go ahead, Ron.
I'm going to say this. You know your O-line, it dumps the juice. Why don't you trade the best wide receiver, somebody say, me, myself, in the game? How about for some good O-linemen?
Ain't nobody trading you no O-lineman. You can forget that.
Why not?
David Johnson's been playing well.
This man got a box of popcorn.
That's why I say getting that running back was dumb to me.
It's dumb.
If I was
he got a couple touchdowns.
If he do,
He's playing well.
I'm not hating on David Johnson or who he is. I'm not hating on who he is. I'm hating.
I agree.
I
would have got O-line.
I'm hating on the contract that's attached.
Right.
That's what I'm hating on. And I said, get that.
I'm sorry, I just
get O-lineman. Get what you need.
Honestly, if I was him, I wouldn't have got nobody. I would have traded for all draft picks.
What?
Yeah, I would have traded for all draft picks.
I would have got like a second-round pick and a really good offensive lineman from somebody.
You're not
That's
going
what I
to
would have got.
nobody is trading, offensive line.
Well, let me go to my next.
I don't know.
Nobody trading you the offensive lineman you deserve unless they got a fire sale.
I don't know.
Nobody trading the offensive lineman you deserve unless they got a fire sale.
Let me go to my next question. Do you think Derrick Henry will have another good season this year?
I think you do all right, but I don't think you get 1500. But I think you do all right.
What do you mean by all right? How many yards?
I see him going over 1,000. I think they're gonna try to force most of the success on Ryan Tannehill.
How about you, Sam?
I'm not so sure about that. I'm on the fence. I know when we talked about it the other day, I think I told you no, that he was not going to.
Well,
but I'm not so sure. I'm still straddling the fence on it.
All right, let me.
Hey, quick question. Did you guys talk about that COVID situation? How are they handling it? You guys touch on that a little bit, or?
Yeah, they said they might play Monday Night Football.
Somebody breaking up bad.
No, we didn't talk about that.
I gotta read. Let me read these comments, man. They getting a little.
We didn't even finish the question.
In the NFL, I think former players have more credibility with the players as a coach. Kerr job isn't that hard though. Can't recall how many former players are coaches in basketball and hockey that have been successful. I don't think there are too many. I may be wrong. Phil Jackson had to coach Eagles. I'm firing a coach if it means saving the team. What did he just say? Oh, yeah, he said he believed, not believe. Actually, now that you think about it, baseball isn't the only sport that has had player managers at the same time. Crowder, not bad. Darnold doesn't have a good team at all. I read that. He has had Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. Let him know, Sharon. 4-3, baby. Isn't the coaching, bro? It's the coaching, bro. Gase is the problem. You put that talent in the hands of Belichick, playoffs all day. Child, please. I don't think it's that bad in case it except the O-line is garbage. Ricky Bobby said you watch your mouth with Alex Smith. Lionheart is nowhere near Smith. I think Jeff Fisher didn't like Vince Young. I always blame Fisher for that BS.
Yeah, me too. I blame Fisher.
Of the hype. I don't know if I say he's a bust. How many winning seasons does he have compared to Smith? Hold up. Alex Smith didn't have any wide receivers in Kansas City. Look it up. All he had was tight ends. You tripping. Earl Thomas won't be signed by the Texans. LOL. Is his career over?
No.
Not being signed because of the COVID testing. Give it a few weeks, player.
He's not being signed because a lot of people
Bobby said, let me on next week. Is Bill O'Brien, the GM, firing the Bill head coach? Well, you can't blame him. Please mute his mic. That has to be the dumbest thing I ever heard. They actually have wide receivers, and they don't know how to utilize them. Let's be honest. Who got wide receivers and don't know how to? I know you ain't talking about the Jets. Ant, what's going on, Ant? I know you ain't talking about the Jets. That's what I know you ain't talking about. Jets ain't got no.
No. Let me go to my next question.
Go ahead. No, I think Jared wanted to answer the.
There you go.
Well, I thought a couple of us didn't answer yet.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, go ahead. Answer a couple of them. Go ahead. Ain't nobody writing nothing.
Read the exact question again.
Which one?
The last one you had.
Do you think Derrick Henry will have another good year?
So I think he's already on pace to have a good year. He's averaging 100 yards a game. He has a couple scores. I mean, he usually doesn't even start off that strong, to be honest. He usually picks up in the later parts of the season and in the later parts of games individually. So I think he's already having a consistent season right now. So if he can have a breakout portion of the season with consistency in the other parts, he can have a pretty crazy season. I think he for sure gets 1,000. It's a matter of if he gets 1,500 yards.
I mean, going to Kansas City, going back to the AFC.
He played a good Indianapolis Colts front too.
That's true too.
Yeah, I believe the Texans got wide receivers. I see what you're saying now, Will. Texans do got wide receivers, but I don't just think that the play calling is terrible in Houston. I think the fact that he ain't got no offensive line, and it's gonna take a little time for them boys to get open. Now, if you put those wide receivers on the Jets, then I'd be like, oh well, now he got something to play with. But I'm saying on the Jets, he don't have nothing to play with. He got a bunch of number 3s over there. Before he had one number 2 and the rest was number 3s. He got a bunch of number 3s and no offensive line. Now, if he had an offensive line, it'd be different. But he ain't got no offensive line. He got one offensive lineman, though.
I'm glad you said that. So why all that money they got, why don't they go get some wide receivers in free agent?
They probably do it next year, but right now they got the dumb head coach.
Trade Sam Darnold, draft Lawrence or Fields, get an offensive lineman or a receiver in a trade for Darnold.
I don't think Darnold that bad.
What?
Again,
I think when you have Trevor Lawrence or Jason Fields sitting there,
I believe you can win a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold.
This man came out and told everybody last year on the field he's seen ghosts.
Right. Again, I believe that
that's last year.
Right.
That's what I said last year.
The only thing is, Trevor.
I know. I said that's last year. This year. That don't mean he's still seeing them.
What? When you can get Trevor or Justin Fields, you have Sam Darnold.
What's so funny?
What's gonna be the difference if you get Justin Fields?
You're gonna have a 10 times better quarterback. What do you mean?
Okay, now you got a better quarterback, but you still got.
I'll tell you later.
You trade Sam Darnold, get a receiver or an offensive lineman, or picks to draft one.
I'll tell you later.
All right. What do you think you're getting for Sam Darnold? Let's just go ahead. Since you the GM, what you
can get a decent offensive lineman, or you can get a decent receiver.
What is Sam Darnold's value to you?
To me personally, it's lower but around the league, he's going to have a higher value. Because the teams are going to view it and be like, oh, well, we can.
Now you got to name the team that's desperate to take. I'm not saying that Sam Darnold is.
How we get on that?
Well, you talking about Sam Darnold? I'm not saying that Sam Darnold. I think Sam.
I know.
But what I'm trying to say is, I don't think his value is good in this league. But I think Sam Darnold is good. But ain't nobody about to spend no top value on that guy. Ain't nobody about to give him an offensive.
No, you get a piece. You get a piece for the O-line, or you get a decent number 2, good number 2 receiver.
How hard it is to get an offensive line now?
I mean, when you don't have a quarterback and you have a good O-line and you can give up one piece, people will do it. O-linemen get traded.
No,
they should have went out and got Trent Williams. That's what they should have done, because he went for peanuts. He was basically, here you go.
They already drafted Mekhi Becton, which
you need two offensive tackles.
Two.
Let me say this the right way. Hold on, let me say this the right way. Which I must say, through 3 weeks of the season, Marcus Betts was right. This guy is what he said he was. I'm not saying he's a unicorn.
Now,
so
now imagine you have Trent Williams on the other side and your offensive tackle.
On that other
Trent
side.
Williams ain't the guy that's about to move to the other side at 35 years old.
Mekhi Becton would move to the right tackle.
What you mean, why not? He's 35. It ain't that easy.
Mekhi Becton would move to right tackle. Trent Williams would definitely play left tackle.
It's not that easy to switch from right to left. That's why those guys are specialists. That's why
he did though. That's what I'm saying. He did that in college.
He did that in college.
Yeah.
He's still on the Derrick Henry question.
No.
Run the
Let me
Jets.
go
I'm
to
like,
my
what y'all
next
talking
question.
about?
I'm trying to get to this GM Jared over here that think that if you get Justin Fields and you still got the same trash, it's gonna be a better team.
Let me go to my next question.
You have little faith in being able to acquire an offensive lineman.
Next question.
Next question.
Since Drew Brees don't look like
That's what I'm saying. Well, who the fuck gonna take the bite on Darnold? That's gonna be like, yeah, I'll give you an offensive lineman for him. Like who?
Somebody needs a quarterback like the football team.
I'll give you
Calm down,
I'll give you
Dennis.
one of my best offensive
Calm
linemen.
down. Let Ron read the
Do
question.
that shit.
Read the question, Ron.
Knowing him, he give up Quentin Nelson for fucking Sam Darnold.
Absolutely.
Mute you. I'm gonna mute you.
Since day one, I said they made a foolish mistake drafting Sam Darnold over Quentin Nelson.
Since
Read your question, Ron. I want the question.
don't look like himself, do you think Sean Payton need to pull him and start Jason Hill or
what? What?
Crab legs. That's what he said. Crab
Be
legs.
careful.
He said start crab legs.
No,
That's
you
what
better
he
stop
said.
it. You better stop.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
Don't
better
make him do
stop.
it.
Don't make me do it, Dennis.
Crab
I'm gonna
legs.
answer
I
this
say
first.
start crab
I'm gonna answer
legs.
this first. I'm gonna answer
I
this
say
first.
start crab legs.
I'm gonna answer this first. No,
Somebody go.
I don't think
Somebody
it's
go
time
ahead
to pull
and eat.
I don't think it's
Somebody
time
go
to
ahead
pull
and
the
eat that.
plug on. I don't think it's time to pull the plug on Drew Brees. I mean, this is Drew Brees we talking about. I understand he don't look like himself, but remember there was no preseason and he old. So I think he's probably one of those players that needs more warm up time. That's all. I don't think I think it would be a mistake to rush the judgment and pull him now. I think he deserves a few more weeks. They got 17 to play. Shit.
But
I think it's time in New Orleans to eat some W's right now. I think it's time to eat some
It's
W's.
time to eat some W's. You know what I mean? Put crab legs in there. Let them go wild. Put crab legs in. There you go. There you go. Put crab legs. There you go. Put crab legs in there. Let them go wild.
Look at him, coach. Look at him, Sean. He's ready to play.
Look at him, coach.
I don't like that.
Let me stop.
I do not
Hey,
like
let me read the comments. Let me read the comments. For the Jets to start with the coach, they had three.
Y'all need to leave Jameis alone.
Sam Darnold has been there, set up for failure. I agree. The last quarterback I heard that had three different offensive coordinators like that was the bull from Auburn that played with Cadillac Williams. I can't think of his name right now. Josh Bailey said no QB can win on the Jets right now. Not even Patrick Mahomes. Will said, okay, so who bites on Darnold? What team? I don't know. I don't know. They said send Darnold to ATL.
No.
Drew Brees don't look like himself. What the F? The man had one bad game and he's being judged. Stop it.
I'm not judging him off of one bad game.
All Will said is we'll
We
see
ain't
when
judging,
Michael Thomas
Will.
get back.
Just ask the question.
What you say,
We
then?
judging.
He said,
But no,
Will
but
said he'll see
I
when
do
Michael
not
Thomas get
agree.
back.
They got Jason.
But I do not agree.
They got
Taysom Hill. No. Come on now. Taysom Hill is not the answer, Ron.
Well, can I finish my question then?
Okay, well, what's your answer? I'm the only one that answered the question. Who else got
No,
an
I
answer?
answered the question.
I got an
said,
answer.
You see
I
the
got an
crab
answer.
legs. You ain't see the picture?
I saw
What,
the
you ain't see the
picture and I
picture?
heard you.
You don't like the
I
picture?
heard you in your failed attempt to be funny. I didn't hear you answering the question.
All right, I got an answer. No, I don't know. I would not sit Drew Brees yet. No.
No, I would not either.
No.
It's premature.
Hey, let me interject and since I'm Top Fly Podcast, I'm gonna give you some updates on these baseball scores. So we got Ethan's Yankees winning 11-2. And I think that game's still not over yet. And then you had 4-1 winners. You had 4-1 White Sox over the A's, and then 4-1 winners Astros over the Twins, and then 3-1 winner. You had 3-1. Who was that? That was Tampa over. I forgot the team they played. Tampa over.
Boo.
Tampa over Blue Jays, over the Buffalo Blue Jays. National League starts tomorrow.
Thank you, Donovan.
Now, my next question:
Go
What
Yankees.
state?
Go Yankees.
What state need a football team in the NFL?
I said Missouri. I said bring a team back to St. Louis. I think it was wrong what they did when they left St. Louis. So
Yep, it was wrong. It was wrong. They need to put a team back there.
In the words of Will LeBumbar, is that a Faders fan talking? Bitch better have my money.
Oh my gosh, man!
What you said?
Can Sunday just get here already so we can win and it'll be all
you know,
over with?
Will
Oh my god!
Parlay to parlay. What you
What you
said?
got for us?
dude right there. He always make.
What's the question?
What state need a NFL football team?
That is a good question. Let's see.
I said Missouri. Can't top that.
That's tough because Kansas, the Chiefs are like the stadium's on the border, so it's like half in Missouri, half in Kansas. But if we're being technical, then yeah, I would say Missouri is not a bad state.
I never thought that the Rams should have left there. If
That's what I'm saying.
If that's where you won a Super Bowl at, why would you leave there?
Money talk, BS walk.
I think international.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't believe that the Cardinals should have left there. The Cardinals should have stayed there, and the Rams should have stayed in L.A. Rams should have never been in.
I agree.
That's what I'm a purist, so I like the L.A. Rams, and I want the St. Louis Cardinals. That's what I want.
What do you guys think about Oklahoma?
No.
No,
What about
Texas,
Oregon?
Texas kind of took over, so that's the only reason why I say no to that.
What about Oregon?
I think Alabama. I think Alabama could use a football team.
But realistically, it'd be international. Would be the first couple moves if it was.
Will said, "What about Phoenix, where Arizona or where the Cardinals was at one point too?"
I'd say London, Toronto, and
Yeah,
Mexico.
I got to say London.
They're already in Phoenix. They're in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
in Glendale.
They're known as the Arizona Cardinals, not the Phoenix Cardinals.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I understand.
Like we're not the Pennsylvania Eagles.
But the question is, what state? They're already in Arizona. That's what I'm saying. They're already there.
I would also like
Arizona's
Tennessee.
not that big to have two teams.
Yeah,
I'd
you
like
don't
another
need two
Tennessee
teams.
team.
It ain't that much money in Arizona to have two teams. It's different.
I'd like to see a Memphis team to rival Tennessee.
Nah. Next question.
I'd rather see the London.
What else you got, Ron?
How long do you think Cam to keep playing like he is?
For the rest of his life.
That's not what you asked. You asked us, we think that Cam can keep playing the way he is for the rest of the season?
Well, what do you think, Miss Sharon?
Because I don't know how long he can play like that, but I know he cannot continue to play. I don't think he's going to be able to continue to play running as much as he is for the whole season. I did notice this past weekend though, that ball, and I think with each week he's going to throw more. I think this is the Belichick effect. I really do. And his game his style of play is changing, and people are going to be surprised. That's what I believe.
Yes or no? I think Cam need to stay in the pocket.
Well, he can't just stay there. He got it.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes you just got to have a longer career. Now remember, in Carolina, he got injured. He got hit hard. So I think he needs to stay in the pocket sometime.
Y'all laughed at that bitch, better have my money, John.
Well, I agree he does need to stay in the pocket some. That's what I mean by he can't keep doing all that running. So we're basically saying the same thing.
Right.
And I think he's going to have better command and control of the pocket. And I believe he's going to make better use of his ability to scramble and create versus running to create.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dennis. What you got to say, Dennis? What you got to say?
I said for the rest of his life.
Okay. Lord have mercy.
For 3 years.
For
3
years?
Yeah.
I don't see him ever stopping. I see him still doing that shit at 40.
He can't. He won't be playing. He'd be crippled.
They take a wear and tear on your body.
That's what I'm saying. He can't. He's not going to be able to do that, Dennis. Realistically speaking, he's not going to be able to do that like that. Not like that.
I'm just saying that. That's me. I'm saying he's going to keep playing until he's 40. So those are my thoughts. Y'all got your thoughts. I got my thoughts. Those are the thoughts.
Okay. Next question. Ain't nobody else answer.
Oh, I heard this one.
Good. Now, got this last segment, man. It's called Where Do We Go From Here? All right. The Boston Celtics took a loss in the conference finals to the Miami Heat. Miami Heat advanced to the NBA Finals. As the Boston Celtics teams, what do we do? Where do we go from here with the Boston Celtics?
I think they need to get bigger, center-wise.
I got this idea from Donovan Samuels, so I'm gonna give him all his credit. What he said was he think that the Boston Celtics should trade Gordon Hayward for Miles Turner.
Miles Turner?
Miles Turner.
Okay, well, why? What's the reason? I'm not gonna knock it till I hear some reasons why.
Well, his thing was that they need a big that can play defense and that can shoot.
Miles Turner, though.
Miles Turner has developed his game and become not that great of a shooter, but he's a pretty good shooter. Got a nice little mid range, and he can play defense, and we know he can rebound.
Once again, they need a leader.
No, they got a leader. They don't have leadership issues in Celtics.
Who that leader is?
Jaylen Brown. They don't have a leadership issue in Celtics.
Now, who would take the last jump shot?
The leader doesn't mean that you take the last jump shot. Let's get that out of the way.
I know.
All right, yeah. I just wanted to make sure.
I know.
There's some leaders that don't even play fucking 20 minutes.
Right, but who take the last jump shot?
Wait a minute,
Jason Tatum.
Wait a minute, you said Jaylen Brown is the leader of the team?
Jaylen Brown is the leader of the team to me.
I thought your boy you just said is the leader.
I ain't never say he was the leader. I said he was the star of the team.
Who?
Jason Tatum.
But Marcus Smart is like that heartbeat, that engine, that heartbeat of the team.
I like Smarticus.
He's like the emotional leader, like he's a Draymond Green of the Celtics.
I like Smarticus.
So I think they need a center.
I just said Miles Turner.
I know.
What is it that you got against Miles Turner? Let's hear it.
He just doesn't excite me, but I also agree that they need a big man. They need a big man, even if it's a bigger forward. They need a bigger presence in the middle. They need They need somebody to clamp down in the paint. They need somebody that can get that crap out of there, and kick it out to the perimeter. So they need a force in the middle that can also pass. That's what they need.
Why don't they go get the boy from Minnesota? Cat.
You think Minnesota not letting Cat up? That's why.
Isn't he a free agent this year?
I thought they signed him to the.
They signed him.
Oh, they did? Okay.
I think.
I thought they did. I ain't putting no backstory to
it. That's what they need.
Well, what do y'all think is the weakest link? I'm gonna tell y'all who I think my weak link is on the Celtics.
Yeah, let's hear that one.
Can I do like Ryan?
You got the flow.
You know who I think the weakest link is?
Who?
I'll wait for you to say it.
I mean, he just doesn't have that. He just doesn't have it. I mean, Kemba, a good dude. He can play, but he's not a killer. He's not a leader on the floor. He's not like a floor general. He just doesn't have that thing. I can't tell you what it's called, but he doesn't have it.
So you saying he the weakest link?
Out of the stars, you got Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart. What's the dude who you were just talking about?
Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward. Out of those people, he's the weakest link.
I did.
To me.
Okay. Why don't you trade Kemba Walker for Chris Paul? They got the leader.
It is very difficult for me to have a conversation about Chris Paul because I can't stand him. Chris Paul is like a very talented 6-year-old.
Here go another chocolate girl moment.
You go to the playground and you look at 6-year-olds when they're in first grade, and you put them on the playground. There's always a 6-year-old who's very smart, very good. They can play ring around the mulberry bush and swing. He swing the highest on the swing set and all that stuff. But he bullies the other kids, and he's an asshole to get along with. He's the first one to steal somebody's candy or punch the girl in the arm. That's who Chris Paul is.
Well, let me say this.
With all his greatness, but who wants to deal with that?
Yeah, but nobody.
I think the Sixers need it. Let me get that out of the way, but go ahead.
What you say, Dennis?
I think the Sixers need it.
They need a point. So they need a point guard.
And
that's a real point guard.
Right. And you just said, Trey, you don't like Kemba Walker. Okay.
I think Kemba's cool. I think Miles Turner.
I just don't think he fits with them. It's not what they needed. I thought that was a bad trade. I thought that
that wasn't a trade. That was a free agent.
Free agent.
I mean, free agent. Okay, yeah, okay. Don't shoot me. That free agent signing was not a good one. And then at the same time, they sent dude down to Charlotte. I can't even remember his name now.
Gary Terry, and he don't look like good either. So
they said who? What's his name?
Gary Terry.
Who? That's not his name.
His name is Terry something, but I call him Scary Terry.
Okay. Well, anyway, I knew when they signed him that was a mistake. I just put it that way. Terry Rozier. But I knew when they signed Kemba that he was not going to be the answer to replace Kyrie Irving. Come on, please. No.
I don't think they needed somebody to replace Kyrie Irving.
I do. I felt like let me tell you what I mean by that. They don't need a ball dominant, egotistical point guard. They need a point guard though.
Well, you gotta
see the problem. You see what I'm saying? The problem with Kyrie is not that they didn't need his position. They didn't need Kyrie because Kyrie got to have the ball. all the time, and he has to be the hero.
Only thing
and when you try to put a player on a team that's used to sharing the ball, that has no problem sharing the ball, and you interject a player who wants the ball all the time, it's not going to work. No matter how bad they want it to, it won't work. And that's why it didn't work.
I put it to you like this. What killed Kyrie in the Celtics is the fact that him and Gordon Hayward got injured that year, and the Celtics still made it to the Eastern Conference Championship.
And that's what I was going to say. They were
right, but why? Why?
And now, so when they looked at Kyrie when he came back, and he like trying to be the leader, they looking at him like, yo, we went further without you. Like, we don't need you. We ain't got to listen to what you got to say. And after that, that's when Kyrie was like, for the first time, I had to call up LeBron and apologize. Yeah, you got to apologize, motherfucker. You realize you ain't needed. We don't need you. They needed you over there with LeBron. And we don't need you.
What?
We just did this with Terry Rozier. One thing about Terry Rozier is he didn't get better and better, so they could have been better.
I just think
like everybody else is getting better. Jaylen Brown was getting better. Jason Tatum was getting better.
I think everything you said is correct. I still stand by what I said as well, that he did not fit because he has to have the ball.
I just think they need somebody like Rondo.
Yeah, he ain't coming back to Boston.
I mean, I know that, but if you look at it, Rondo don't shoot the ball that much. Yes or no? He passed. That's his first thing.
He's not a great shooter. Yeah, he's not a great shooter. He's never been a great shooter.
But if you look at it off the rip,
But you got a good point though, Ron. You got a good point. Rondo will play defense. That's the thing about Kemba. Right. And Kemba is not a dog on defense.
Right.
Rondo, when he wants to, Rondo is a dog on defense.
Right.
And the rest of them are playing. They need their point guard to be able to stand up. They need that.
Right.
That's what that team needs.
So
every team doesn't need that. They need that.
If they don't get that, I don't see the Celtics going nowhere no time soon.
Well,
I think they're going to figure it out. I don't know what they're going to do or how they're going to figure it out. I believe that they're going to figure it out. I'm not going to say that I'm convinced that they will win a chip, but I believe that they will at least make it to the finals with that core group if they keep them together at least one time.
All right, well, this is the end of the show. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. We don't went a little bit too far.
What?
Yeah, we almost out of time. I'm here with Ron Thomas from the Flying High Podcast, Jared Muller from Fight the Mic Podcast, and Pylon to Pylon. Also got Bills Mafia, aka Ethan Tweedy, in the building, aka Milcom, and we have Sharon Mullen, also known as the Chocolate Girl. I'm Dennis Holmes from the Rise Up Sports Family and the Ignorant Thinker Podcast. God bless. Good night.
Fly-ass chicks who paint them pretty-ass lips. With them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For positions like